Hi everyone, and welcome back to BRM Driving School. So you seem to be liking these videos of how to be doing these test route areas, so let's make another one. So if you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, and most importantly share amongst your friends. Alright, so the route that we're going to be doing today is the Kassam Stadium route. So any Oxford United fan will know what's going to be happening on this one. There's going to be a lot of roundabouts, so if you like your roundabouts, this one is for you. If you don't like your roundabouts, well, you know, we'll go through it. That's what we're going to do here, to make it easier. Okay, so this one I'm going to do as a traffic signs route. It can be done as a sat-nav route, but seeing as I've already done 2 sat-nav videos, I'm going to do this one as a traffic signs. Okay, so we'll get straight in on it. So just get it underway, let's get that window shut, get the air conditioning on. It is absolutely baking today. Try and have it not too loud so you can hear me. They reckon tomorrow's probably going to be the hottest day ever in this country, and I remember that summer of 2003, if anyone remembers how hot that one was. Okay, so just keeping an eye on the building. So yeah, they let me go. So just getting on with the finishing touches on this one now. So they're almost done. Who knows? Maybe next time I record one of these videos, they will be gone. But anyway, at the end of the road, turn left. That's it. We'll stay behind the sign. There's be no point overtaking. We've gone on the pathway, so just going to be careful because that digger's on the right is really restricting my view. So I'm just going to take this one extra carefully. Okay, popping up. It's all clear. No need to stop. Rare moments, the red lights are on here, so I might as well just approach slowly. If I time this one right, maybe that light might change and I don't have to stop. I'm hoping, but I think I'm going to stop on this one. Right, and then just as I say it, it's gone back to green, so always be ready to adapt to your changes around you. So I was preparing to keep going if I timed it right, and then I was prepared to stop, and then as I was prepared to stop, it all changed again, so I changed it back. Okay, so going to go straight ahead at the traffic lights. Just be aware the 20 signs here are very hidden amongst the bushes, and they're twisted. Keep an eye on the lights, keep an eye on the keep clear. And then somewhere along here, the examiner might say to you, keep it up on the left in a safe place. So I can see there's a single space parking bay in front of me. Just a little bit further along, there's a much longer bay, but I'll just go for this one just for the sake of quickness. Okay. So at this point here, we're now going to go onto our independent driving. So either the sat-nav will be set up here, or the examiner will tell you traffic signs. So traffic signs, we're going to go all the way to the end of the road. We're going to turn left at the traffic lights, and after that we're going to follow signs for the B480 towards Watlington. If you do forget at any point, you can ask the examiner as long as you're asking good time. So let's get it ready to go again. So get the car out. I can see there's a van, there's a couple of cars, but there is enough time before the cars, so let's get it underway. Okay. So as before, when I've done my Holloway video, you usually get quite a few parked cars down here. If there is a parked car on your left, the vehicle in front goes through. Don't automatically assume it's safe. It may not be. So looking to my right, I can see there's a bus. There's a whole lot of traffic coming my way. I can't see if there's any parked cars, so I'm just going to stay a little bit further back from that truck in front so just see a bit more. So I can see there's a junction there, so I'm not going to block it because, as you see, the van there has stopped blocking the junction. If someone wants to turn in there, they're going to have a bit of a hard time. So just keep poking my head around. I can still see the odd few coming. So although I'm going to creep up, I'm not going to block the junction until I know I can get to the other side. There you go. Because that bus that went by a few moments ago has stopped and the oncoming traffic keeps coming in, and we can't get going. Okay, so looking around, so cyclists on the footpath, just going to be careful. Yeah, in fact, some people probably won't be able to see this from the front camera, but some of the people coming towards us are actually driving on the footpath here. This is how messy it can sometimes get when you go down Holloway. So not going to go any further forward than what I am now until I know I can clear the junction, which I can now. Looking through the gap, I can see there's vehicles, so I'm just going to hold back until I know what's going on. There we go. So yeah, being careful down Holloway. I can see it's clear after this next vehicle. So looking all around, it's all clear. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, there's just so much going on here, so just being aware of everything. This is like your hazard perception test made real. The cyclists coming out there, they could have very easily just gone straight in the road. All these parked cars could be pedestrians going through. That's a real life hazard perception test there. Okay, so coming up to those traffic lights that I said we're turning left at, so check mirrors, left signal, and as we're slowing down you can see the 30 sign, so once we're past that and we're on the way, I know what the speed limit is. So pretty much the narrow bit on Holloway is all 20. Just waiting at the lights. As I said in a previous video, when turning at these lights, be aware of swan necks, you know, turning right before turning left. It does sometimes creep in here. The lanes are not that wide, so traffic's starting to move off. So underway. So just keep that wheel dead straight. Tight it gets down there. Okay, so looking for signs B480 towards Watlington. I've got a big vehicle in front of me, so I'm not going to go that fast. I'm just going to give myself a bit more time. So I can see there's a sign there, and once it's not covered by the bush, it is straight ahead, second exit. So, approaching the roundabout, 2-lane approach, no lane markings on the roundabout, so make sure you're going around the outside. Pretend there's a car on your right at all times. As you go around, it's all clear after this vehicle. So check mirrors and signal left. Okay. And then coming up towards Cowley roundabout, put a card up in the top corner. If you want to know how to use this roundabout, I'll go for a link to my video. So looking at the sign, Watlington B480, straight ahead, second exit. So since I've done that video, the roundabout has been repainted, but the layout is still the same. So I look up ahead, I can see that the left lane is clearly a left turn only. It has to be the middle. Not a lot of space here, so I think it's best just to stay behind this car. So have a look around. And now that there's sufficient space, I can go along the side. Looking in the main bit of the roundabout, it's going a bit slow, but starting to move off, and then just stay to the left of the white line that's on the right. Does all the hard work for you, pushes me in the lane. It says B480 Tom. Okay. So a lot of stopping and starting on this one, so keep your eye on the ball. Don't let your concentration slip for one moment. Okay. I nearly did it there and almost went into fourth gear, but got back in second. So pedestrian crossing up ahead, looks all clear, light's going to stay green, that's fine. I'm going to go under the dip and back up. Now as you go along this bit you won't see any signs for Watlington, but something the examiner says to you at the very beginning is always follow the road ahead unless traffic signs tell you otherwise. So even if you think you're going the wrong way, just keep going straight ahead. It's not a fault. Not a fault to go the wrong way on a driving test. You know, if you do go the wrong way whilst doing the independent drive or at any other point, the examiner will either change the route or they'll find a safe place to get you turned around and get you back on it. So There's 3 sets of traffic lights, going to go straight ahead at all of them. Just going to wait here. Okay, so in a few moments' time we'll be doing a lot of roundabouts, so really have to be focused on those signs because the direction will change where we're heading. Okay, so going towards the next set of traffic lights, they're green, look like they've been green for a while, so checking my mirrors. There's a car behind me, but they're miles behind, so if anything was to happen, I know what is behind. Okay, so as we pass this bit here, I'm going to be given a new direction, so now I'm going to be following traffic signs towards Reading A4074 4074. Okay, so see the 40 limit, going to be speeding up, but don't get too fast. So I look way down in the distance, I can now see there's a sign for a roundabout. So the road's been resurfaced here. It normally does, it's normally 2 lanes at the roundabout, but because it's just recently been resurfaced, there's no lane markings at the moment, but there will be soon. So looking at the sign, Reading A4074 is to the right, so check mirrors. So there's no lane markings here, but because we're turning right, we're going to be keeping right. So into the right hand lane, having a good look, it's safe to go. Staying close to the inside. As soon as we pass the first exit, check that left mirror, give a left signal, and we'll leave the roundabout. What's the speed limit down here? Yep, still 40. You get a reminder sign just there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my cruise control here for a few moments. So I've got it set at 40. If you are driving a car that has cruise control, you are allowed to use it during your driving test. And it's the same if you've got like a speed limiter as well. If you're able to set your car not to go above a certain speed, you can use that if it is fitted to the car as standard. Okay, Reading, first exit on the roundabout. It's a bit covered by the bush. It is pointing slightly to the right, but it is the first exit. So I'm going to be using the left-hand lane on this one. So just slowing it down, keep it round the outside on this one. Pretend there's a car on your right, because quite often it usually is. And then you'll signal left to come off. Sometimes when you have these roundabouts and you're going this way, sometimes I am asked, do you put the left signal on before that roundabout or before the next roundabout? The answer to that is no, because you're telling people you're turning into a bush, and I don't want to end up in the wrong sort of bush. Okay, now if you're following the sat nav will tell you it's the second exit on this roundabout, but the examiner will let you know it is the first exit that you've got to take. So Reading A4074. Left lane again, slowing it down, so having a good look, nothing coming from the right, round the outside. As soon as you pass this farm entrance, signal left. Okay, and then up ahead, I'm going to pull over on the right, reasonably close to the curb, reasonably close to and parallel to the curb. So I've checked my mirrors, I've seen there's an oncoming car, there's plenty of time to get pulled over. And then just give myself as parallel to the curb as I possibly can. Okay. Right, now I'm going to reverse the car back around about 2 car lengths, staying reasonably close to the curb. Some of you may have noticed it does ever so slightly curve here, so be aware of that as you're going backwards. You may have to do a bit of adjustment on the steering as you go. But I've picked a largely straight bit here, but if I was a bit further along, just be aware of that. So just have a quick look around, make sure it's all safe. Just going to reverse back nice and slow. I can see there is an oncoming vehicle coming towards me, so I will make a bit of progress, but now that they're starting to get a bit closer, I will just stop. Whilst I'm stopped, I'm just going to check my mirror here, look at my position to the curb. I'm happy, don't have to make any adjustments. So clear again. Just checking around, making sure no pedestrians, no parked cars come behind me, things like that. I'll leave it around about there. I'm just about touching the drain cover. That was that. Okay, when I'm ready, going to be driving on again. Still following the signs for Reading. Check all around. It's safe to go. So back to my side. And Reading is straight ahead, second exit. Okay. So, as before, just keeping it nice and steady. Having a good look to the right. It is all clear. So, around the roundabout. Following traffic signs towards Oxford. Ignore Reading, follow signs for Oxford. If I didn't do the manoeuvre back there, I may be asked to turn into the car park outside the stadium. I'm not going to go in there today. So, again, another roundabout. Signal left to say coming off. Now, next roundabout, if you're following the sat nav, it tells you to take the third exit. We're actually taking the second exit straight ahead. So, going towards the roundabout. Have a look to the right. It's all perfectly clear. So I can see there's that car behind me turning right, so I'm going to leave him a space. And leaving the roundabout. Okay, and following the signs for Oxford still. First exit to the left. So this one you do signal at because it is a left turn. So into the right, it's all clear. Carry on. And then when you go down here, the examiner will just give you a little bit of helpful advice to say when it's safe to do so. Move across one lane to the right. So perfectly safe to move over. The reason why will become apparent up ahead. So you've got the sign there, Oxford. It's the first exit on the roundabout. Keeping right, it's marked for Oxford in this lane, so they do give you a little bit of assistance because you don't. Here's the thing with the roundabouts in Oxford, you don't get told quite late with road markings and signs where exactly you're going. Okay, so first exit, then keeping right, the 30 limit as well as you go down here and under the bridge. And as you come up the hill, you'll be going towards a mini roundabout. The signs at the top, Oxford is pointing to the left, so mirror check, left signal. Just take it nice and easy as you go up here, uphill approach, very blind on the right, usually a parked car on the pavement. Not today, but still, first gear's always advisable. It can be very difficult to see there. Okay, now this is probably the trickiest bit, well, probably a bad choice of words, but it's probably something to be aware of. Looking up ahead, there's a national speed limit sign, there's a give way ahead sign, and it's hidden in the bush. There's a left turn only sign, so don't go quickly round this bend because the end of the road is literally just there. So just keep following the road left and it will put me on the slit road. But I'm just going to have a quick look to the right, so it's safe to go on the slit road, it's safe to build up my speed, and it's safe to join in. Traffic signs for the ring road A4142 towards London. So, going down here, if you're following the sat nav, it usually gives you the direction just as you're going underneath the bridge. Because I'm doing it off a traffic sign, and I'm going to be careful. So it's just about here is where it says it. Up ahead, I can see there's a 50 sign, so checking my mirrors, just going to slow it down. I can see a sign for a roundabout, so Ring Road London is second exit to the right, so I'm just going to move across one lane. Don't be fooled by these traffic lights, the traffic lights are not a part of the roundabout. And then on the left there, you've got a sign with the arrows, that's telling me what lane to get into. So Ring Road A4142 will be the middle lane. The right lane is only for the Sainsbury's. Okay, so the traffic lights are gone green, so traffic's going to be moving any moment now. They've gone to red, so I'm not going to get too fast here, so just keeping an eye out on the road markings. markings, because I can't see because the van in front is on it, but I can see the left lane says A423, so I know it's definitely not that one. There we go, A4142. And then when it splits, we get into the middle. Now, a few months back I did actually record a video on how to do this roundabout. It's saved on my laptop, I just haven't edited it yet. So if I have got round to editing it, I'll put it in a card in the top corner how to do this roundabout. If not, I need to kick up the bum and I need to get that video done. It's just, I'm lacking so much. You know, I don't have a lot of spare time when I'm at home. It's just these videos here are a lot easier to edit than the how to do the roundabout videos. I need quite a bit of spare time on those. Okay, so looking around, I can see there's a motorbike coming by on the right, so I was always going to let them go before I moved off, but he's gone by. And then, for some reason, the traffic had slowed down, so we've got another red light. So it'll be a couple more minutes before we get through, but whilst we're here, I'll try and move this camera here a little bit. We're heading into the corner over there where that blue truck is coming through now. I'm not sure if you can see it because this bit here is really annoying. I'm not sure who put that in this car, but if it was my old car, that bit wasn't blocking your view. But nonetheless, it's one of those things I have to deal with. So van's stopped on the right, so that's telling me these lights will change fairly soon. Side. Couldn't see around that van. Okay, so there is quite heavy traffic on the roundabout, so I will be very careful here just in case that van does move. So, just hoping this light does not change. If it does change, I will use the magic of editing to skip it until we get a green light. Very typical, as soon as I'm able to go, I can't go. So what I will do, I'll use the magic of editing, skip about 2 minutes out, and then we'll come back when this light is green. Okay, so we're back again. Light's about to change any moment now. There we go. Okay, so away we go. So right signal is on at this point, so we're going to go around behind the black van. Now this is a key bit when you do this roundabout. The higher your speed when you come off, the better. Because when you come off at this bit here at the roundabout, you go straight into the right hand lane on the dual carriageway, so the higher the speed, the better. And then it's much easier to merge back into the left lane now that it's safe. Okay, so that'll be the end of the independent driving. Be directed by the examiner from now on. At the next roundabout, I'm going to be taking the first exit to the left. Your signs, so check my mirrors, getting prepared, so I know what's around me. So roundabout where these triangle signs are, we're going to put the signal on and tell people where we're going. If you're going straight ahead, you need the middle lane on this roundabout, but because I'm turning left, getting to the left lane to left turn only. Okay, as you do this roundabout, just be aware of your positioning. There's no lane markings to begin with, so just stay to the left. Check mirror signal back on again because it flicked off. And then we'll carry on. So we've got traffic light pedestrian crossing up ahead, so just checking my mirrors. No pedestrians there. If the light does change to red, just be aware of that yellow box that's in front of me. And as we go is a set of traffic lights. I'm going to be turning right. So, in the distance, I see there's some traffic lights. They are red, so I'm just going to take it nice and easy. Check mirrors, signal right in plenty of time. Okay, and then just wait for that light to turn green. Now, do be aware when you're doing these lights, you're turning across the path of traffic, so give way to oncoming vehicles. Pull slowly towards the middle and wait for a gap to come to you. So it happened with someone that I used to work with. My student was behind him on his test, and the person I used to work with, these lights changed and he stayed in the middle. The traffic was coming from the right, and then he decided to move off. So be aware of your positioning and what happens if that light turns to red on those lights, but they stay green, so carry on. Okay, so going down Church Cowley Road towards Cowley Centre. It's going to be aware of the parked cars, leaving the doors width where possible. Because I can see there's a person stood by the road, you may step into it. Okay, and then in the distance I can see there's some traffic lights. I can see they're currently green, probably a good chance they will go to red before I get there. Whilst looking in the distance, I can also see there is a 20 sign. The traffic light has gone red, so I'm going to slow down here. There's a junction on the left, there's a very badly faded yellow box up ahead, so having a look, there is just enough space on the other side. Slowed down in plenty of time, so I had plenty of time to assess it, judge it. Was it appropriate to go to the other side? Yes, it was. So I got to the other side, but be aware you may have to stop before that junction. And you know, it's sort of reminded me a bit earlier in the video where I mentioned, you know, not blocking that junction when we had the meeting traffic situation. Pretty much well, I say pretty much at any point. It should be at any point there is a junction around you and there's traffic up ahead, you should not block it. If you go somewhere like Australia, every junction is treated like a box junction there. So there's an absolute no to block. See, there's a white car trying to manoeuvre in behind me, but they're staying behind. And as mentioned, you have the 20 limit. It does sometimes happen down here where somebody goes just that little bit too fast. Just being careful as you go down here. Lots of parked cars, lots of pedestrians, pedestrian crossing. There's a lot going on, so just being aware of everything. So people stood by the crossing, they could change. They actually haven't pushed the button, so the light will not change. Or maybe you're just faulty on that side because the light hasn't, just looking in my mirror, it hasn't changed. So they probably did push the button. It's just not working on that side. Okay, so carrying on. I'm going to move across one lane to the right here. The examiner would tell you before you come in that bit. You're about to approach a small section of dual carriageway. At the traffic lights at the end, you'll be turning right. So there are those lights. So bring it to a nice gentle stop. And what will happen is when the lights here turns green, when we turn right, there's another set of traffic lights, and we're going to be turning left. And that will take us back towards the test centre. So the green arrow is on the lights on the left, so that tells me these lights will change fairly soon, so I've sort of got myself half ready. Do be aware, sometimes vehicles in the left lane will come across into the right lane at the last moment, so keep your eyes open on that. You never know when these lights will change. I've given the lights. I have given the lights a chance to change. Just sometimes it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. Okay, so going back on Holloway again. So as I said near the beginning of the video, narrow bit of Holloway is 20 miles an hour. Just being aware of doors opening, and then being aware up ahead there are parked cars on the other side of the road, but very often oncoming vehicles don't like to give way and you find yourself having to stop. You can also see there's a person stood by one of the cars up ahead, but he's crossing the road now. Okay, checking the mirrors. So, that is fine. Just keeping an eye on these oncoming cars, because normally if one goes, other people start following, just like that. So go back to near the beginning of the video where I was saying don't blindly follow the car in front. That's why. Could be a vehicle on the other side, could be holding them up. Okay, and then go straight ahead at the traffic lights. So just being aware they could turn back to red. So checking mirrors, being aware of my surroundings. Stay green. It turns 30 just after the lights. Now on this one, I'm not going to go back onto the test centre road. It's the time of day. There will be people coming back finishing their driving test. There's a lot of building works going on. So I'm going to take the first road on the right here. Normally you would take the second just after the pedestrian crossing, but pretty much this turning is almost exactly the same. You got to get in this little box here. You have to give way to oncoming vehicles. Going down here to finish the video today, because people may be finishing their driving test. It wouldn't be fair if I was putting them off, things like that. So it's just a lot easier to go down here. Just put up on the left. Because when it comes to my students, I'd want them having the cleanest possible test with as little interference as possible. I'll show them, those that are currently doing their tests at the moment, I'll show them the same respect. Okay, so that'll be all for this video today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed watching a bit of traffic signs instead of sat navs. As before, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below how you're doing with your driving. You've got a test coming up soon, or have you done one? If you're looking for lessons, I'll leave a link to my channel down below. And most importantly, share with your friends. Let's get those test passes, get that blue certificate at the end to say you passed your driving test. That'll be all for today, and see you again next time.